Well, let's move on to estimating square roots. Now we got our foundation of what square roots are all about. We should have our uh, perfect square list. So now we literally can go in and estimate these square roots and do so without any any calculator. We actually can do so just by a little chart that we created. Okay, recall that a perfect square is a number whose square roots are integers. For example, 25 and 100 are perfect squares, and their integer square roots are 5 and 10 respectively. You can use square roots of perfect squares to estimate the square root of other non-perfect square numbers. And again, that's why we did go ahead and create this perfect square list, so we can use that list to create some numbers. Let's go right ahead and say what two integers. So let's just say we have the square root of 30. Okay, now what I need you to do for me is what we want to do here is work together and name the two integers, the two consecutive integers. We want to name the two consecutive integers that the square root of 30 comes between. Alright, so we're going to name the two consecutive integers that the square root of 30 comes between. Alright, so we look at the square root of 30. Here's the first thing we want to do. We want to identify the preceding perfect square. Okay, now you have your list in front of you, and on your list we see that preceding perfect square is the square root of 25. Okay, then the second thing we want to do is we want to identify the next perfect square. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about the perfect square after 25, and we know that perfect square is 36. Okay, so by doing that, now the third thing we want to do is we want to name the integers for the two perfect squares. Okay, when we look at what we have, the integer for the square root of 25 is 5, and the integer for the square root of 36 is 6. So by doing this, we can say, so our answer will be, and that's all they're asking us for, is the two integers that it falls between. Our answer would be the square root of 30 is between 5 and 6. Okay? Estimating square roots.